I want to move, Michael Beschloss. Let's put some historical terms here. I mean, Mitch McConnell brought up the Civil War. It's not often I get to do this. I'm going to throw up it's not a soundbite. I get to throw up a Lincoln quote here. He was, there were people that had brought up this idea. And Lincoln himself on November 10th, 1864 said, "We cannot have free government without elections. And if the rebellion could force us to forego or postpone a national election, it might fairly claim to have already conquered and ruined us." Michael, I know you've tried all day. There is no other American president has talked about this in public ever, correct?
Not even close, and barely in private. There were a few people who suggested in 1944, when we were nearing the end of World War II, that FDR might want to postpone the national election to give himself, for instance, another year before he had to run in November 1944. He would not hear of it because, just like Lincoln, he felt that the important thing was to show democracy in action. And if you let fighting against fascism turn you into a government that looked fascist or like a dictatorship, that meant that you had lost the war. And the difference between Franklin Roosevelt, among 9,000 other things, and Donald Trump is that in terms of FDR and any other mature president or disciplined candidate, they think in terms, as you know, we've discussed this, in terms of years and decades. Donald Trump seems so psychologically rattled that you look at these tweets, it's all about the next 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm sure it gave him a lot of emotional relief to float this idea about delaying the election, maybe for 10 minutes or so. But if he's going to even think of doing something like that, he's got to have cooperation from Congress, whose responsibility it is. And just as you said, Mitch McConnell immediately cut him off. And I don't think that Nancy Pelosi would be very interested.
Hello, YouTubers. If you're watching this, it means you've checked out our channel. So thank you. Now do me a favor. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there. Click on any of the videos to watch the latest interviews and highlights from MTP Daily and MSNBC. You can get more Beat the Press content every morning in the First Read newsletter. If you're tired of content that you don't know anything about where it came from, you don't have to have that problem with us. NBC News, MSNBC, MTP, and the Meet the Press mindset right here for you on YouTube. Subscribe now.